It seems appropriate for me to define the experience of landscape as chance meetings or encounters, with the influence of that experience going beyond the purely elemental. It is internal, it is peripheral, time and touch, mood and memory. It imprints its character on the psyche, leaves traces in the memory, and strays far beyond any physical map. I can fully admit that the landscape has a hold over me. Every artist has their muse, and the landscape has infinite stories to tell to those who are listening. After a while, it seeps under the skin and starts to unveil and reveal the most wondrous of personalities. For me, the landscape is best experienced when alone, simply because it both sharpens my senses and allows my mind to wander. Yet it is not a solitary experience. Being surrounded by and enveloped in a living landscape where the light can welcome and the hills talk, the seas breathe and the air excite can be very good company indeed. I am drawn to the remote, searching out places where human presence is absent, or at least minimal, where in summers the nights are long in coming, or never too far away in winter. I might be found, or lost in boundless moorlands infused with the old heavy air of the peat bog, or on bronzed ancient coasts with long salt spray winds, and where shy mountains become eloquent with the passage of time. Wildness is something to celebrate. I have never really considered it to be a me and it situation, since when we venture to places and spend time getting to know them, we become part of them, and so we are both with them and within them. The cloud-capped, distantly disdainful mountain may not immediately welcome you, but it can hold and communicate with you as you walk. This reciprocity is not new, since we and nature have always had a special relationship, but it is one that I am passionate about conveying in paint. It is the moulding together of the sensory and visual world with these fleeting, intangible moments that finds a form in my work. I paint the landscape and its multiple personalities. I paint its impalpable atmospheres. I paint the looming, shadowy present of twilight and the fast and playful movements of air currents on the silent seas, or the veiled and mystical floating islands just out of reach. Paint is poured and dripped, glazes of pigment applied to float and obscure, to enhance, to disclose the unfolding dramas and vistas, suggesting both the ethereal and the real. Paint in tone, mass, colour, texture, mixed with the sensory and visual world to recreate new encounters. I walk with my sketchbook in hand, making notes and recording observations that might otherwise dissipate over time. My marks change with each place and each mood, searching for the right language. What makes us forget and remember is intrinsically linked to our openness to experience. Wildness may be seen in your back garden or local hedgerows, but often for me it is the remote edgelands of the north and west, where the travelling weather and the big skies offer a persistence of raw experience. The Western Isles in particular extend this in limitless generosity. there where white sands luminesce under turquoise waters, or mercury skies echo in the shimmering, restless rhythm of the ocean, and the light is often described as tissue paper thin. We are made aware of the wider world around us. I felt the same privilege as many travellers before me to this mysterious island, yet I had not realised the effect it would have on me once there and thereafter. The naturalist James Fisher wrote in 1947 that the visitor to St Kilda would be haunted for the rest of his life by this place and tantalised by the impossibility of describing it to those who have not seen it. My passage to the Western Isles and St Kilda in the golden days of summer was almost a blur of unfettered, exhilarating moments, a collection of experiences never to be forgotten. Usually when you leave a place, it disappears out of sight within minutes, if not seconds. But St Kilda stays with you even when you leave.